Hello viewers, friends and family, this is your brother, friend and man of God, AP John, bringing to you the word of the Lord. In Luke chapter 22, verse 24, going down to 30, there's a story in there in the Bible where Jesus Christ and his disciples were dining at a table. And as the Bible calls it, or the Bible entitles it, the Last Supper. And as Jesus Christ was sitting down with them, and they broke bread and he said, "This is my bread, this is my blood," and all of that. According to the Bible, from 24, the Bible said that there was a dispute broke down amongst the disciples, or a conversation or a contention broke down amongst the disciples. And the disciples were saying amongst themselves that which one amongst us is the greatest. So then Jesus Christ heard of it, and Jesus Christ came in and he answered, and he said that, you see, kings throw their weight over people, and they do whatever they want, and they contend for titles. That's all that they live for. And he said that, but with me, it's not so, because anyone amongst you who is the senior should seek or should try to be the youngest. Anyone amongst you who is the eldest should live as the youngest, and anyone amongst you who is the head should act as a servant, should live as a servant. Now, as he told them this, he also went ahead and told them that, listen, I am in your midst. Even though I am Lord, even though I am God, even though I am in the same ranks with my Father, I am amongst you as a servant. I am serving you and I'm breaking bread with you. So therefore, I want you to follow my footsteps. My advice to my viewers, my advice to my brothers, sisters, friends, and families around the globe is that, listen, as you are in the church, not in church in particular, but in your community, in your society, have the heart and the desire to serve. Have a humble heart. As the word of the Lord says that the Lord resists the proud. As you are in church, have the heart as a servant and serve. When you come to church, seek to do things and help in the things of service, in the things of church, instead of you just bringing your flashy clothes to church for everyone to see that this is what you're wearing, this is the type of clothes you have, this is the price tag of your clothes. But instead, come to church and have the heart to come and serve, have the heart to come and help service for service to go on. See, there are many people that even at our churches, when they enter church and there's service going on, or there's a prayer session going on, or there's something going on, most of the time they normally do not partake in it. Sometimes they will just sit down and watch as though there's a movie going on, or as though they are watching a football match. You see, in church, the reason why we come to church is so that we will all get involved. The reason why we are who we are is so that we become like Christ. And as Christ has and is a servant, our desire is to be like him. As my Father has become a servant, so have we and should be servants. So in James chapter 1, the word of the Lord says that consider it all joy when you go through many tests, many types of tests or trials, or various kinds of tests and trials, because you know the testing of your faith will produce endurance. And my message to you, and what the point I'm trying to get at here, is that to every servant there's a persecution that you're going to face. To every servant there are challenges that you're going to face. To every servant you're going to face some difficulties. It's not everyone who is going to love you. It's not everyone that is going to speak good about you. It's not everyone that is going to say things in your favor. There are people that are going to oppose you. There are people that are going to speak badly against you. There are people they might like certain things that you do. They might like certain things that you do not do. You're going to face hardship. It's going to get to a time, it's going to get to a point where you're going to feel as though God has neglected you. It's going to feel, you're going to get to a point where you're even going to say to yourself, my God, why have you forsaken me? You're going to feel very frustrated at God. But my message to you, my prayer to you is that in moments like this, you have to stand. In moments like this, draw your strength from God. In moments like this, draw your strength from the vine of God, so that when the storm hits, so that when you face through many tests and trials and persecution, you will stand. Like the way Jesus Christ stood on his feet in the wilderness. Listen, the Holy Spirit led him into the wilderness to be tested. The Bible did not say that the Holy Spirit left him. The Holy Spirit was with him as he was being tested, but yet still he came out victorious. Why? Because the Spirit of the Lord aided him. The Spirit of the Lord gave him strength and the ability to overcome the devil. The word of the Lord says that resist the devil and he will flee. Finally, the word says that be joyful and be glad, for you know that your reward is great in heaven. For this was the way the prophets that were before you, this was the way they were also persecuted. There is nothing new under the sun. What is has already been, and what will be can either be changed or it can repeat itself. So stay strong and you will pass through the test of life. See, as my Father has loved, so have I loved. Now you remain in that love. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you.